Hello, everybody. Now we're going to try to apply our understanding and check ourselves to see if we are understanding necessary and sufficient conditions. So let's try a little. So, question one: if A is a sufficient condition for B, then B is a necessary condition for A, B, a sufficient condition for A, C, both necessary and sufficient for A, or D, neither necessary nor sufficient for A. The answer is A. It is a necessary condition for A. Okay, let's look at number two. For a rectangle to be considered a square, having four sides of equal length is A, a necessary condition, B, a sufficient condition, C, both necessary and a sufficient condition, or D, neither necessary nor a sufficient condition. Well, this time the answer is C. If it's already a rectangle, that means it's already got the 90-degree angles, so it is both necessary and sufficient for having four equal sides for a rectangle to then be a square. Number three, claim. Caring about students is a necessary condition for being a good teacher. Objection. Lots of people care about students and still aren't good teachers. Does this objection show that the claim is wrong? So is it A? No, because the claim is only because the claim is only that caring is necessary, not sufficient. B, no, because caring can be necessary and still be sufficient. C, yes, because caring about students is both necessary and sufficient. Or D, yes, because it's true that caring is not sufficient to make one a good teacher. Okay, the correct answer is A. And this is exactly the kind of question of why we're doing this, because of some of your misunderstandings about Malcolm Gladwell's arguments about luck or birth order is somehow sufficient to be successful. No, no, no. He's saying necessary, but not sufficient. The answer for this is A. This is no, because the claim is only saying caring is necessary, but not sufficient. So it's claiming of the many things, one of the things you must have is to care to be a good teacher. Okay. 4. A certain college requires all students to have physical education credits to graduate. For this college, physical education is, well, in place of this one, let's put Poly High School. So, certain high schools require all students to have physical education credits to graduate. For Poly High School, physical education is a necessary condition for graduating, B, a sufficient condition for graduating, C, both necessary and sufficient for graduating, or D, neither necessary nor sufficient for graduating. Okay, the answer is A. We have to have PE. You should know that after the counseling session. It is a necessary condition, but it is not enough. You can't just take PE and graduate. That's silly. Okay, 5. A job ad says qualified candidates for this job must speak fluent Latin. This means that A, speaking Latin is sufficient for getting the job. B, speaking Latin is necessary for getting the job. C, speaking Latin is necessary and sufficient for getting the job. Or D, speaking Latin is neither necessary nor sufficient for getting the job. All right, the answer is B. It's necessary. Notice it says must, but is it enough? Highly unlikely. No, you need to have other things too. That's just part of the job. Okay, let's try the true false now. Okay, number 1. If A is sufficient for B, then B is sufficient for A. So let's think of an example. Uh, if if let's see, eating is sufficient for not being hungry, then being hungry is sufficient for eating? Does that make sense? Okay, the answer is B, false. Doesn't work. The arrow's both ways. Okay, number 2. For human beings, breathing is a sufficient condition for staying alive. Is that A, true, or B, false? It's false. Clearly, we need more than just breathing to stay alive, right? We need some kind of sustenance. We need water. We need to not have a disease ridden body. Okay, 3. Being at least 18 is a necessary condition for voting in the United States. Is that A, true, or B, false? Okay, the answer is A, true. But is it sufficient? No, it is not sufficient. That's one of the requirements. You also have to be a citizen. All right. I hope you have a little better understanding about necessary and sufficient conditions between the first and second ed puzzle here. It's very important that as you're analyzing Malcolm Gladwell's arguments and any argument from hereafter, that when they're making claims, are they trying to say this is necessary or is this sufficient for making some point like to be successful, you must? All right. Hope you have a great rest of your day, everybody.